So I don't know whether I should be impressed or disgusted at the government or both. I feel like maybe both is the right thing to be, because at least I can say I'm in the middle of something, right? There's either people who just completely hate the government or they love the government and would give everything for them. They trust them with everything. They trust the FDA, the CDC, they trust OSHA, they trust the federal government. Local governments, state governments, they trust everybody, right? They're first in line to do exactly what the government says. But as much as I can't stand the government or the people who like run the world, right? The people who are over them, the way that they operate, man, it is one of the most impressive initiatives or plans or strategies I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm gonna talk in code because you know how these platforms are, right? You say something and their radar goes up. So
works.
I'm gonna say some stuff, but if you've been aware of what's been going on for the past however long, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I saw this video and I thought to myself, like, wow. I mean, just impressive, right? Like, absolutely horrible, but impressive because it's going to work. And I just want to play it for you before I say anything, right? Before I make any comments or say what it is that I want to say. I just want you to sit here and watch this craziness with me, right? Let's enjoy.
Millions and millions of Californians are now getting up to $1,050. It's called the Middle Class Tax Refund, and it's our way of getting money back into your pockets to help with everyday expenses. Please look out for direct deposit to your bank. Otherwise, expect to receive a letter in the mail with a debit card. It will look something like this. If you haven't received it yet, know this, that payments will continue to go out through January 2023. So make sure to look out for a debit card in your mailbox or a direct deposit in your account.
So the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, makes this video saying that millions of California's residents are getting checks or debit cards or deposits of $1,050, which is such a random number. That's freaking weird. But like $1,050 between like now and January, like late January or something like that. Labeling it the middle class tax refund. You have to give it a pretty name, right? You got to slap it with that and put a bow around it so that people don't see the BS that it actually is. On the surface level, this looks fantastic. Oh, wow, I'm getting $1,000 free from the government, right? And just 50 because they love me so much, right? An extra 50 because, you know, we're tight, right? We're like that. And they just mess with me. So they throw an extra $50 in there. That's my only rationale, because 1,050 is just a weird number. 1,000, it just satisfies my brain a lot better, right? Or 1,500 or 2,000. Just numbers that flow nice off the tongue. 1,050, that's weird. So I just assumed that they just threw an extra 50 in there just because they were feeling a bit generous. But like borderline, right? On the surface level, it looks fantastic, right? You don't got to do anything but be a citizen of California, and the government's going to hook you up with $1,000. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? But there are so many issues with what is taking place right now. But like I said, it's flawless, man. Like I can't do anything but clap in disgust, but still it's impressive, right? Now, do people need this money? Yes, right? The economy is in shambles, inflation is up, gas prices are up, food costs more, just everything, right? The cost of living has gone up, plus it's like the holiday season, so people need this money, right? But that's how they get you, right? That's how they get you.
Gotcha, bitch!
So let me just go through the rundown of, I would say the country as a whole, but let's just hone in on California, right? It's a big state, right? It's very popular, even though it's had its issues, perpetrated a lot of them by the government. But we can just use that as a solid representation of the country as a whole. So over the past 2 to 3 years, right, we've been dealing with a virus, so to speak. You know the name of it, right? I'm not going to say it. But we've been dealing with that virus. It came over here it came to be in 2019, came over here in about like March of 2020, right? So between the months of March and maybe like May of 2020, it was, this thing is here to get you. And if you get it, you're done for it, right? A lot of it is we just don't know what it is, but we feel like if you get it, you're over with. So stay in your house. Don't go outside. Don't leave, because if you do, you're screwed. Also, we're the government and we just told you to do something. So we just want to know that you're going to follow our directions. All right. Then George Floyd dies and the country erupts, right? In the midst of that, very little to no one in terms of like government officials that I saw were saying, hey guys, hey, wait. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. You guys shouldn't be outside, right? Go back home, right? We're trying to fix this. We're trying to solve this. Go back home because it's not safe. No, instead they labeled racism as a public health crisis and encouraged people to go outside into the streets and march and protest, which inevitably turned into riots. But that's neither here nor there. What was going on was that there were thousands of people compacted together, breathing on each other, spitting on each other, coughing, sneezing on each other. But the virus that was supposed to come get us all, it just magically went away for 3 months, right? Because we have to deal with this other public health crisis known as racism. So it was excused for us to go outside and destroy our communities and rack up hundreds of millions of dollars worth of property damage, right, to communities that were already struggling, basically putting us in a worse situation, meaning that we have to rely on the government even more. You see, this is just, like I said, intricate, bro. They are playing chess at the highest level. And I would know. I love chess. It's a fantastic game. I won a chess tournament in 6th grade. I got a McDonald's gift card. I have seen the heights of the sport. And they have literally taken the game and just ascended it to new heights, bro. Right? The thing that was supposed to get us all just magically vanished for 3 months as we had the green light to go and destroy our already run down communities and neighborhoods that already needed help, right? You do that, now you have to rely on the government even more. So, like I said, flawless, right? Disgusting, but flawless. Then that kind of tapers off when the election comes around, right? Because now you guys have to go back in your house. You have to stay there because if you go outside, you're screwed, right? But because we still have to vote by mail, right? Vote by mail. That wasn't a, hey, I care about your safety. That was a political tactic, and it obviously worked. But that's what they did, right? Towards the election, they said, all right, guys, remember, we're in a pandemic, right? We can't be outside, right? But because you're going to be inside, vote by mail because I'm the guy who cares about you. I'm going to save you from everything, right? I guarantee you no politician has ever told you that. So you know that I'm telling the truth. And it worked, right? It worked. And that mindset, right, that strategy, it trickled into other states. So you look at California. I mean, they basically did the same thing. They said, hey, close down your businesses, your schools. You can't go outside. But, I mean, for this 3 months, right, you guys can go outside because we magically made it go away. But then we magically made it come back. So you guys have to go back inside, vote by mail, and vote me in because I'm going to save you guys. But in that process, they have destroyed the economy. They've destroyed the state. People have left the state. Taxes have gone up. Businesses have been absolutely destroyed. And the state hasn't said, hey, we're going to help you guys get back on your feet, even though we have completely derailed your business for basically no reason at all, right? I understand early on, right, we might want to pump the brakes on interacting with each other to see what this is. But like I said, after it went on and on and on, I mean, this is just strategy, bro. And like I said, they're playing at the highest level. So they destroy the state, the country basically, but we're focused on California. Their state government, Gavin Newsom, destroys the state, derails the economy, right? Stunts the growth of children and their progression and their ability to interact with other kids, right? Their ability to have a normal school experience, right? Completely F's it up. Now, once again, like I said, the government, they have so many resources, so much money. They could help people, really help people. And it's been proven. Look at Ukraine. The United States government has given, oh my goodness, billions.
Billions and 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 billions and.
Why do you keep doing this to us? I don't know, Morty. Maybe I hate myself. Maybe I think I deserve to die. I don't know.
And when I say that, I want to throw up every time. Billions upon billions of dollars and so many weapons and a bunch of other resources to Ukraine, another country, man. So they have it, right? They have resources and money at their disposal, and they have given so much of it to another country, that being Ukraine, to help them fight a war. And it is so fitting that Vladimir Zelensky was on the cover of the Financial Times as the Financial Times Person of the Year. That is so funny to me, right? That's like Balenciaga saying, hey, guys are pedophiles openly, and we hope that you guys accept the fact that we are. Because if you do, well, now the burden is on you, and we no longer have to tiptoe, right? Financial Times, they basically just said, this man is robbing us blind, so we're going to name him the Financial Times Man of the Year, Person of the Year. That is absolutely hilarious. But my point is that they have the stuff, right? They have what's necessary to truly help Americans financially in, with their businesses or whatever the case may be. On top of that, this man's net worth, i.e. Gavin Newsom, is like 20 million or something like that. Even though his salary is only like $200K. So that's weird to me. But it's no weirder than Nancy Pelosi's freaking net worth being like $130-something million, and her salary's only like about $200K or something like that. But I mean, I feel like we can all infer as to what goes on.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations.
But my point is that bro has a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. So not only does the country have billions of dollars to just give out to another country in less than a year, this man is also walking around with a bunch of money himself. Pretty sure the California state government, they got a bunch of money. They got deep pockets. And what does this man do? He says, even though I have ruined your guys' entire lives for the past 2 to 3 years, and I have so many resources at my disposal, I'm going to buy your trust back for $1,000. I'll tag an extra 50 on because I love you guys so much. But I know, right? You guys are, skeptical of the government, right? It's kind of looking, a little rough this time of year. Holiday season, you guys need help and you guys don't really trust us. So here, right? Like I said, we'll put a cute name on it, stamp a bow on it, and we'll deliver it to you. And we're not even going to give you the option, right? Because if you have the option to take the money and you say, well, no, you guys are just trying to buy my trust for $1,000, right? I don't want this. Screw that. I don't want it. No, they said, we are just going to give it to you. We're not even going to give you the option. If you wake up and see $1,050 in your account, it's not like you could have rejected that. Right? When you get home and you check the mail and you see a debit card that has $1,050 on it, it's not like you could have rejected that. Now you could throw it away, you could give it away, whatever. But they're like forcefully giving it to you. And yes, people need that money. Like I said, everything is up. Price of living is up, and it's the holiday season. So you are basically putting people in a bind, and you know what their pressure point is. Right now it's financial. So you know that even if they are reluctant to take the money, they probably still will because they need it so badly. It's not enough to atone for any of the sins that have been carried out by this government, but it is just enough to get you over the hump for the next couple weeks or at least the holiday season, right? But still so little that it keeps you under the thumb of the government, especially because they didn't give you an option on whether you wanted to accept it or not. They just said, hey, take it. Right? We're going to forcefully give it to you so that you look at us in a favorable light, so that we buy your trust back for $1,050, bro. Absolutely horrible, but at the exact same time, flawless, genius. I don't think that I've ever seen something conducted by humans that is this intricate in regards to control, right? Like human beings are so versatile and they can adapt to anything, right? Before, you used to be able to control people by enslaving them, by openly discriminating against them or segregating them or whatnot because it was protected by law. Now that it is not, they have found so many ways to operate, to ensure that they still have their foot on your neck, on my neck, on everyone's necks, without outwardly saying that, yes, this is exactly what we're doing, right? Sometimes they'll say it, like Balenciaga. Other times, right, they'll be a little bit more subtle with it by saying, hey, we've ruined your guys' lives, but we're going to buy your trust back with $1,000 and we'll tack 50 on just for the hell of it. I don't even know what to say anymore. But even though it's sick, it's like absolutely genius. And I've never seen something like power and control result in so many people operating in the way that they do, right? Despite the fact that we all get here the same way and we all leave here the same way. It's just something about that, man, that they can't resist.
I need more power.
God help us all. Hopefully the help is worth a little bit more than $1,050.